Hello. Okay, so we're going to do a quick test stream here. Hey everyone, welcome to Fistful of Dice. My name is Matt, and today I'm going to be losing at Magic the Gathering. We had some weird issues with the last Provoker stream, and so I have a few free minutes here on a Friday night. It's about midnight, and I wanted to play a couple of games of Magic before I went to bed, and I thought this would also be prime time to test out my new ingestion settings and make sure that everything's working good. So far, I think it's working pretty good. You can let me know if anything seems off, if the audio is out of sync, anything like that. It seems like the stream is actually holding up pretty good. So yeah, we're just going to play a couple games of Magic here, and if anyone happens to show up, you can feel free to ask questions in the chat if you want to. Just come hang out and chill with me. So, hey, Josh is here. What you looking at? How's it going, man? Yeah, you're up late too. So my quest right now, blue or black spells, and also win bonus. So let me turn down the volume on here, actually. There we go. So I have a few decks that I'm messing with right now. I just started playing Arena earlier this week, so I'm not too far into it. So I have blue and black quests, but I don't have any blue-black decks, so we're going to play my black-white vampires deck here. It's still like super loud. There. This is actually a pretty decent opening hand. I don't have any turn 1 or 2 plays, but I'm going to keep and hope that I draw something a little better. Alright, no drop frames, steady bit rate. Stream's looking good, man. Okay, here we go. See, I took a chance and it paid off. So the point of this deck, it's black-white. It's a vampire tribal deck. It's pretty like mid-range. Like there's not any crazy combos or anything like that, but it does rely pretty heavily on life gain. This is kind of a life gain vampire deck, and a lot of the card abilities give me bonuses when I gain life. So. Oh yeah, I didn't even think about that, Josh. The government shutdown, screwing with your sleep schedule. That makes sense. So he's just got a 1/1. He does have 2 mana up on the board, though, so he could potentially Titanic Growth this guy, but I'm going to take a chance. I'll do a little probe here. I doubt he would waste a Titanic Growth to take out my 2/2 here, so I'm not too worried about that. So I do have Murder now, so I can destroy a creature. Definitely not going to waste it on anything just yet, but I am going to swing with both of these guys here. If they'll let me. Oh, okay. Yep. So basically, he gets to draw a card, and then when Llanowar Elves dies here in a second, it'll go into his hand rather than the graveyard, so he'll just be able to drop it down again on his next turn, which is fine. I could have murdered and had that go off before the, what is this called? Verdant Rebirth, but it's not worth, 3 mana, it's not worth a 1/1. Yeah, no dropped frames. Awesome. Yeah, so he just played down that Llanowar Elves again. Yeah, okay. I've got a pretty good lead on him just in terms of creatures on the board, so I've got some options here now. I can get some life with a flying creature. This also is flying. Also some life loss. This one is I can draw X cards and I lose X life, where X is the number of vampires I control. So this is really cool because I've been gaining all this life, I can drop him down without worrying too much, and I can lose a bunch of life and use that life as a resource. So I'm going to bring some more vampires onto the field before I play Champion of Dusk here. So let's bring big guy in first. And he'll give me some more life, and then I'll swing with both of these guys. He does have some forests on the field, and I'm out of mana, but it's a risk I'm willing to take, and it paid off well. He'll probably concede here in a second, because there's not a whole lot he can do at this point with my flyers on the field, so. Yeah, I'm glad to hear it's smooth, Josh. So I dropped the quality down to 720. I don't know how, but I somehow had the settings streaming at 1080, which is not something that my internet can handle. So, Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. So we got 3 for that and 3 for that. So we have enough. We can play both of these. So here's what we're gonna do. Let's go ahead and he has no mana. Okay, so he won't be able to. That's gotta hurt. So I'll do that, and then I'll go to combat, swing with everything, and then if he doesn't concede on my second main phase, I'll play this Bloodletter. Alright, so there's a win for us. That was pretty quick. This Vampire Dex gets going pretty fast, so. So what was I saying? Oh, anyway, I was streaming in 1080p, and I don't know how the settings were set to 1080p, but I definitely can't handle 1080p. Neither my internet nor my CPU can handle that. So I dropped it down to 720p and upped the bit rate a little bit, so that should hopefully be better. Hey, Jared. I played this a bit. It was fun. I played MTG for 11 years, and I like the fact that they're expanding. Yeah, I've been playing MTG for a long time. I've been playing actually since I was a kid, but I only seriously got into it when I was in my early 20s working at a game store. You kind of have to get into Magic if you're working at a game store. But yeah, I'm really enjoying Arena. I haven't regularly played Magic in a few years, and this is a really good way. I played a ton of Magic this week just by playing Arena, so that's super awesome. Josh says, I've never played one of these card games. Yeah, they're fun, man. I like Magic. There was a Lord of the Rings trading card game that I really enjoyed for a while. Cool. Okay, we need one more win and we'll get a card and cast one more blue or black spell and we'll get this quest. So let's play one more with Vampires here and then get our quest. Ideally, though. Yeah, there was a Lord of the Rings TCG that I really enjoyed for a long time. I played a fair amount of the Conan card game. That was a really cool card game. Honestly, the Lord of the Rings trading card game was probably the most elegant card game I've ever played. Like just the way that it worked, where basically there was no resources to play cards, but the more cards you played on your turn, the more options your opponent had to play cards on their turn. Like it was a really awesome, elegant mechanic to sort of simulate the Fellowship trying to be sneaky and trying to avoid the attention of the bad guys. It's like the more you do, the more attention you're going to get. This is a great opening hand. Very excited about that. But man, you really can't beat the classic. There's very few games that scratch the same itch that Magic does for me. Like I played quite a bit of Hearthstone, and Hearthstone is great, but it doesn't scratch that same itch for me because it's a little bit less strategic. It's a little bit less based on timing and planning. Like you can get really crafty with Magic, which I really like. So I think I'm going to drop down this Paladin of Atonement on before the Bishop Soldier. Even though he has less striking power, he is a great deterrent because the opponent thinks twice about attacking me because they've attacked me and they deal damage. I get to beef him up with some 1/1 counters. So he gets bigger the more damage I take, so it makes opponents not want to attack me. That makes sense. So that's a good... Oh, and there he goes. Honestly, I'm not mad. He just wasted that spell. Yeah, Jared, I never got into Yu-Gi-Oh! I did play quite a bit of Pokemon, though. Yu-Gi-Oh! Was a little bit after my time. I've never seen Chaos Wand. Target opponent, so you can pay 4 and tap. Target opponent exiles cards from the top of their library until they exile an instant sorcery. Oof. Don't like that. This is an interesting deck. I have not come up against this deck before. So this is good. This will beef up my vampire here. So this guy has Death Touch, which really sucks. Basically means if he deals damage to a creature, that creature dies. So I don't want to attack with my Bishop Soldier because he'll just kill him no problem. Even if he wasn't beating his toughness. So I'm going to hold back, leave these guys for blockers. This Chaos Wand is awful. I hate this. Really don't like it. Yeah, never got much into Yu-Gi-Oh, but I did play quite a bit of Pokemon. Yeesh. What an interesting card. It makes all your spells have Death Touch. That's really powerful. So this guy's doing a lot of damage, but I can't kill him with blockers, and I think I stand to gain enough life where this won't matter too much. Honestly, I'm not sure how to counter this deck because I've never played it. I've never even seen this card before. I'm so out of the loop. At the beginning of each end step, if you gain life this turn, that's right. This is a really good card. I like that a lot. Let's go ahead and let's drop this guy down first, and then on the next turn we can play Vampire Sovereign. We can benefit from this guy's token creation. So this guy's tapped, so I'm going to go ahead and attack with both of them. He's got 1 mana on the board, so he could potentially shock, but he's not going to. Krimtaku, I'm just playing, it's just quick match, so just random other people who are playing at midnight on a Friday. Oof. See, so I think the way that this Pestilence Spirit works, I think if this deck is really irritating. Even if he did damage to one of my creatures that didn't kill it, I think it would die because that spell would technically have Death Touch. So that's interesting. Like, I've never encountered that before. So I'm going to go ahead and block with... creature with menace can't be blocked except by 2 or more creatures. Oh god, that's so irritating. I'm going to eat it. Okay. So let's... I knew I was wanting to play Vampire Sovereign so I could get another bat token. I think I'm going to, because then I can block with those 2 bat tokens. It's also nice to have flyers. That is really nice because this guy can't do anything against flyers. So let's attack with both of these guys, and then I'll have another bat at the end of this turn, and then I can block. I can double block Pestilence Spirit. I love tokens, man. Anything that makes tokens, I'm a sucker for it. I love it. Yeah, Krimtaku, I'm really not worried about the amount of damage that he's doing to me because I gain so much life back. Ooh, is he able to pull? Is he able to pull that out? You can cast that card without paying its mana cost. Oh my god, yeah, that's gnarly. Yep. So he just destroyed or murdered my dude, my vampire, my token maker here. Oh, this guy doesn't have his beef ups anymore. So I'm gonna block with both my bat tokens. Oh, he's got mana on the board. Oh boy. Let's be sure of it. Ah, that might be stupid. I think that was a stupid move. Yep. I'm still killing him, but he's going to take out both of my guys. So, honestly, I'm not too upset by that. It would have been a shame to lose 2 creatures and not kill this guy. Wait, what? Where is that coming from? Where is he getting that from? Oh, God, I missed that part of the card. See, this is amateur hour right here. I didn't read the whole text of that card. At least, you know what, he played it after it would have mattered anyway, but still. So let's go ahead and swing for some damage, and then drop Call of the Feast on my second main phase here. Yeah, honestly, it's just I'm out damaging him at a rate where it doesn't really matter unless he gets more creatures out on the board. Like he can sit here and pull my own cards out as much as he wants. There's nothing in my deck that I'm worried about. So what's this guy's deal again? Oh yeah, when he dies, he becomes a zombie. Okay, cool. I know that card will. Honestly, I'm just not even gonna worry about it. More people I can attack with on my turn. Okay, so let's drop Sanctum. This is where it goes off. If I drop Sanctum Seeker, I'm gonna swing with everything this turn and get a bunch of life, and I think I might. So he's got 1 mana left. I'm attacking with 2, 3, 4, 5 damage. And he's going to take that much. I'm going to swing with the bat just to be sure, but I think this is it. Because every time a vampire taps to attack, I gain life, he loses life, so that's game. There's nothing he can do here with 1 red mana that's going to stop that. He's thinking about it, though. He's trying to figure it out. See? Good thing I attacked with that bat. That was exactly the amount of damage I needed. Hey Josh, thanks for stopping by, man. I'm glad the stream is going well. Undercity Necrolisk, Zombie Lizard. Ooh, that's cool. Yeah, I'll put together like a zombie deck at some point. Alright, I'm going to play one more game. I'll let the chat decide. So there's... actually, no, I'm not going to let the chat decide. I want to play my Dino Destruction deck. This is a super jank Dino deck that I put together last night. I'm missing a lot of cards that I want for this Dinosaur deck, but it's actually fairly decent just with the stuff that I have. That's not my avatar. That's weird. I changed my avatar to Liliana. Yeah, I don't hate this opening hand, actually. Raptor Hatchling on turn 2 will be good, and I've got some mana ramp here with Elvish Rejuvenator and some remove with Rapid Bite, so I'm pretty happy with that. Excuse me, so sorry. I'm drinking seltzer water. Yeah, it's weird to change my avatar to Liliana. Yeah, so Jared, I actually missed Dinosaurs the first time around. I wasn't playing during Ixalan. I was taking a break from the game, so I totally missed out on... Oh, it's my turn. Oh my god, I'm such an idiot. I wasn't playing during Ixalan, so I missed out on all the cool Dino cards. So it's fun to be able to put a deck together for that now. So I'm going to play Rootbound Crag and then drop down Raptor Hatchling, which is a great early game deterrent. Hey, Smithsford, what's up? How's it going, man? Just up way too late, playing some Magic the Gathering, testing out some stream stuff. So I'm going to drop down Elvish Rejuvenator because that'll help me get some more lands out on the board. So, good. I only got 1. There we go. I'm not going to attack with this guy. He's not an attacker. He is a nuclear deterrent. Basically, if that little guy dies, he becomes a much bigger guy. So it's in their best interest to not attack me. Oh god, it's a rat deck. Oh no. Oh no. This could potentially be bad, actually. Oh god, it is a rat colony deck. Oh, these are sorceries, that's right. You know what, let's see what happens here. God, okay, so rat deck, it's a stupid deck. Really effective. Basically, normally in Magic you can only have 4 of each copy of card as long as it's not a basic land. But some cards say you can have any number of the cards, and Rat Colony is one of them, and for every rat that he plays, the other rats get bigger and bigger and bigger. So it just gets out of control. It's a dumb deck. There's no strategy whatsoever. You just play the card Rat Colony. Like, how fun does that sound? So I'm actually going to rapid bite a couple of these guys. Just so I don't have as much damage swinging at me here, and because I can afford it. There. So I just need to get, once I get a big dino out on the field, this will start taking off. Oh my god, this is this is like a really well-made and terrible Rat Colony deck. So I'm going to block with the Raptor Hatchling because it will eat the damage and then become a big dinosaur, and I'll take this other 4. Alright, here we go. So this is pretty good. I wish I had haste with this guy, though, because he's going to be dealing some sick damage. So I'm going to go ahead and... no, I'm going to hold these guys back for blockers. Honestly, if I'm not swinging for a ton of damage, I'm not gonna bother with it. God, I hate this deck so much. It's like any idiot can play a rat deck. I could play a rat deck. I'm terrible at this game. We'll play this on the second main phase. But I am going to swing with this trample guy. Although, he's just going to get blocked and die by one of these rats. I need something bigger, man. Alright, so I'll hold him back. But I'm going to play this guy. Because when he gets dealt damage, they have to sacrifice cards. So this is my blocker right here. This is it right here. He's going to play more rats, though, this turn. See, that's a good combo with this deck. Sacrifice a creature, get some cards. Because you have so many rats, you just don't even care. Oh, interesting. Okay. We got ourselves a bit of a standoff here. I do have some card draw on this deck. If I could get a little bit more card advantage, that would be great, because then I could potentially get one of my big boys, one of my big dinos. Oh my god, he's drawing rats back into his hand. Screw this deck, man. Awful, awful, awful. He's just gonna build up, and then honestly, I'm kind of at a loss as to what to do here. Okay, so this guy, when it blocks, I get to search my library for a land. This is my deterrent right here, though. I feel like I should swing with it, but also it doesn't have trample, so they could just chump block it. So I'm not gonna do it. I need a big card, man. That's the real bummer about this Rat Colony deck. I think he's gonna get me. I think he's got this. because all he has to do to take out one of my big dinos is block with like 2 of these rats. Wait, what? Oh my god, that hurt. How much did that cost? 3? Jesus. This is such a horrible last game of the night. Yeah, no kidding, Krimtaku. I would love to have a... I don't think I have any artifact or enchantment removal here. He's swinging with 1, and he doesn't have any mana. So I'm going to block. Yeah. Oh, no, he's... I didn't realize he was swinging with like 15 rats. Oh, that deck is so stupid. Oh my god. Oh man, let's play one more. Jeez. Dumbass deck. It's like, you can't argue with it because it's so effective, but it's so stupid. It's like, on that, why do they keep changing my avatar? On the off chance that you have like one of those cards, it's like, name a card, the opponent can't play that card. Like, who has that just like chilling in their deck? Like maybe a sideboard, but... I might mulligan this because I don't have a play until turn 3, and I would love to have a green for this Rejuvenator. Now, I think I'm going to keep because there's a couple of really good cards for the late game here, so I'm going to keep. Chances are if I mulligan, I'm going to get like a 1 land hand anyway. Yeah, it's weird, Krimtaku, because I did. My avatar was what's the name? Tezzeret. Love Tezzeret. All right, I'm really gonna need some forests here because I got some good green mana cards here. All right, so it's a pirate deck. Probably gonna be tribal. Create a colorless treasure artifact token with sacrifices 1 mana by color. Okay, target opponent discards 2 cards. Let's go ahead and dump. Oh, I don't want to get rid of any of this. Okay, well, we can at least get Frenzied Raptor out on the field, and I would love to pull a forest here. What is this? Sacrifice this artifact. I want to mana of any color. I'm just going to let that go through. Ugh. Hate that stupid Chupacabra. Alright, well, it's going very well. Yeah, Jared, I do like a good solid mono deck, but I tend to get bored with mono decks. One of my favorite decks that I run is actually a... There we go. It's a 5-color Blades deck from Alara. So it has the 5 different color combination blades. There was like Naya Blade, Naya Hush Blade, and I can't remember the name of it, Vance Sure Blade, and a few others that all kind of work off of each other. and it's 5 colors. It's so much fun to play, though. So I'm going to block Big Boy here and eat the 6. It's not looking good for me. I wasted too many turns just waiting for a forest to come around, so I definitely should have mulliganed. So I can drop this guy down, and that'll give me a little bit of creature removal, but I still don't think it's going to be enough for me to... Yeah, because he's got 2, 2, 2. Yeah. So even if I block 1, it's still over. So I'll say good game. I'll block Chupacabra and go down to 0. That's all good. At least it wasn't a rat deck. But anyway, as you can see, the Dinosaur deck is still pretty jank, but there's still some cards I want to get for it. So, so I love these Raptor Hatchlings. They're great. But there's a few like Dinosaur support cards. Like this Knight of Stampede is great. It makes my Dinosaur spells cost less, which is great. And there's a few other human cards that affect Dinosaur cards that I want to pick up at some point. So I just gotta wait for those. But as you can see, I don't have a ton of wild cards. I spent them all building this guy, which is also pretty jank and not done yet. But this is a version of I played an Izzet deck in the first Ravnica block. It's still my favorite deck of all time. It's actually sitting over here on my shelf in its own deck box that I called Steam, that was all about Gelectrode. This card that would untap if you played an instant or a sorcery, and you could tap it to deal 1 damage to any target. So what I would do is I would put Sleep Arrow on Gelectrode. I think it was called Bow of Sleep. I would attach that to Gelectrode, so anything it did damage to would get unsummoned back to the player's hand. And then whenever I played an instant or a sorcery, the Gelectrode would untap, I could do it again. So it was really irritating, but it was a really fun deck to play. So anyway, this is a kind of a version of that deck where it's all about beefing up these guys, Enigma Drakes. The more instants and sorceries that I play, the bigger these guys get. Really good uncommon card, really like high value for how much it costs. Also the art is dope. So the 3 mana 3/4s, they're worth size vice. What are they called, Krimtaku? Let me know the name. I'll look them up here. There's a way that I can make it so that it's not just cards I own, I think. What's that? Oh, wait, what is that? These must be cards I don't own. Wow, wow, wow. Yeah, there's a... Where is it? Oops. There's yeah, this guy, he reduces the cost of Dinosaur spells, and you can tap him to give a Dinosaur haste, which is amazing, because you can have those big boys come out on the field and immediately have them attack. This guy's great too, Forerunner of the Empire. Cool art as well. I'll always pick up a card if it has cool art, even if it's not necessarily useful for me. So, Kumtaki, you said they were 3 mana cost, 3/4s that would remove. I'm gonna look for it. I'm gonna look through every card here. Boom. Thrashing Brontodon. Yeah, I love that. Let me look it up. Oh, yeah. Sacrifice Thrashing Brontodon, destroy target artifact or enchantment. Absolutely. How many? So this is a uncommon. How many uncommon wild cards do I have? I wonder. Oh, I don't know. I'm going to pick some up. Yeah. See if I have any more. Yes. Sweet. Yeah, I'll take 2 of those. Definitely. So let's get him out of the Steam Deck, though. That's not where I want him. Dino. Thanks for the recommendation there, Krumtaku. That's great. Okay, so stuff I need to get rid of. Frenzied Raptor is just okay, isn't it? I'm gonna get rid of Frenzied Raptor. Honestly, it's not great for what it does. Okay, cool. Yeah, I like that because that's a decent card to begin with. It's like just a 3/4 for 3. But then you get the option of sacrificing it and getting a little bit of value with some destruction, like some board clear. That's great. So, I love that. Cool. Thanks, Krumtaku. Appreciate that, man. All right. I think that's going to do it for me, guys. I mostly just wanted to check out the new ingestion settings for the stream, make sure that everything was smooth, audio, video all looked okay, sounded okay, and it seems like it does. So, yeah, I think that'll do it for me. So thanks everyone who came and hung out and watched me play some Magic. If this is something you enjoyed, I can always do a little bit more. I'm also going to be playing some Magic with people like Barker from Be a Better Game Master and like Lloyd from the RLDM. And we might do some streaming of those games at some point too, depending on what people want to see. So yeah, thanks guys. Hope you have the rest of your Friday night and a good weekend. Talk to you later. Take care. Happy gaming.